Live. So it takes for everybody to get in here. Told everybody 5 minutes. It was more like 10. They probably all went and found something else to do.
Yeah. It hadn't even showed up on your channel.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
Let's try making it public.
That should help. But it hadn't yet.
There. It should be public now.
Refresh the page.
I did that the other day too. I went live and forgot to make it public. I was like, why is nobody coming in?
Yeah, nobody loves me.
Nobody's showing up.
There it is.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, I got to add first. Some dude slicing grapes in half. And okay, forgive me while I skip the ads.
Oh no, Ben, you're going to kill my pocketbook. See that little yellow thing by your name, that little yellow dot or whatever it is?
Yep, the stripe.
They said I was trying to put a deal in, they said branding, so I thought I could put my icon over there or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be the no step on snake, and that's all I got, that little bitty tiny yellow dot.
Oh, the resolution or the whatever that's called.
I did something wrong. I don't know how to work this stupid thing. So if I had half the tech savvy that I need to
Hi, Rachel.
YouTube, there she is.
And Mike.
I'm
and
saying
Vanessa.
hi to Rachel this time because I missed her last time and then she wouldn't talk to me. Mike Gilbert, Vanessa Kitty, Riley, what's up?
Rachel sent me a love note or something.
Oh, your Easter card?
Yeah.
I got one of those too. Hey, I got me some Mountain Man pants too.
Hey.
They got the little buckle at the back and all that stuff.
Nice.
Well, it better be for $50. But yeah, it took me a little longer to get in here than I had previously anticipated. We'll go with that.
Ha, got him. These stupid little gnats, whenever I pour bourbon, that must really draw them in because they'll be sitting there trying to do laps around my nose.
What kind of bourbon are you drinking?
I'm expressing my feminine side this evening, and I'm having a little bit of Rebecca Creek.
Okie dokie then. Well, I'm debating whether or not to put rabbit or that other stuff in here in my coffee.
I wouldn't mix that with coffee. I would, I would just
the rabbit will just go over here. This is my rabbit hole.
Yeah, either neat or with soda. Yeah, and, that's a better call.
The
you know,
whatever Evans or whatever that goes in the coffee.
Yeah. That first night that Bob and I stayed up to 4:30 in the morning sipping bourbon and smoking cigars, we drank nearly half that bottle of Burning Share.
Oh, geez, dude. Oh, y'all brought out the good stuff when I was there.
Well, it was when you were there too, but Hunter showed up, and so we kind of had to put everything away, and then it never came back out.
Rob looks shiny and new. It's almost like he just come out the car wash on C103.
Yeah, kind of did.
You're getting like me, man. You don't take long at the barbershop anymore.
Well, not as long. I got plenty in the back. Not as much up front. What was it somebody said one time? You don't have a 4-head anymore. You got a 5-head?
Yeah. Russian. I'm part Russian.
Mm-hmm.
My
Thank you. Aaron
forehead's
said,
rushing from the front to the back.
Aaron says you did a good job with my haircut. She says thank you.
I asked my beautician if she
Hey.
would cut my hair, and she said no. So I didn't get a haircut.
Nah, make her do it. Give her the clippers and say, go crazy. You're the man of the house.
I'm a grown man. I can get a haircut if I want one.
Yeah.
I just have to get it past my wife and my daughter.
Hey, and I first took C103's Rob looks shiny statement as a compliment, and then I got to thinking, he may not have been giving me a compliment. That might have been one of them left-handed compliments.
You know what? I got to wonder about it now myself.
The wheels turn slow, but they do turn.
Mark, Rob's going to need you to extrapolate on your previous comment for his own well-being, emotional well-being. He needs to know if it's like a shiny new penny, or like a fresh wet turtle.
Yeah.
He needs more information.
Oh.
Right now, I'm leaning towards the turtle, but whatever.
I'm wondering.
Dude.
Oh, Rachel, no.
Don't tell anybody, but I found a little pond that is slap full of big old soft-shell turtles.
Really? Close?
Sea City.
That's close at the lake, or?
That little pond, I didn't even know they had a park in that town.
Oh, yeah,
really
Reddick
nice
Park.
Park.
Yeah, Reddick Park. I used to hang out there a lot when I was a kid.
Well,
Got chased around by a goose.
There too. What do soft shells eat?
I guess whatever other turtles eat. I don't know.
Well, we're going to go down there. We're going to find, because I'm sorry, but if I catch that one the size of a big old cast iron skillet, his new name's going to be In Cook.
I've never eaten a turtle. I'm looking forward to it.
Hair today, gone tomorrow. Ha!
Very good, Miguel. Dana's back.
Then,
Rachel, did you post a picture of your new haircut yet on Instagram or anywhere else?
half of me likes having the long hair, and the other half, like when the wind's blowing, gets very annoyed at it. So yeah, who knew that there were two different 9mm? There's an annoying short 9mm and a regular 9mm.
Oh, Rachel, post a picture. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm comfortable in my skin. All of it.
If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
Something like that. Although, where's the fun in that?
That still tastes like candy.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Well, it says we got 11 people in here, so I was going to wait till there's a couple more than that. But I'm going to brag on Wes a little bit. Most of y'all may or may not know that we did a little horseback riding while we were at down in South Texas in the Davis Mountains a couple of days ago. And Wes, and I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, is not a big fan of heights, especially if it's heights that could let gravity take over without a whole lot of work. That ain't one of Wes's favorite things. However,
it's not at all.
we did a horseback ride up the steepest trail I've ever ridden on, and not just a good dirt trail with lots of traction, but a rock trail with lots of slick rocks and lots of loose rocks, and on horseback to boot. And I'm not kidding. There's another nap. I'm not kidding. There was a spot there where the trail was so steep and unpredictable, they had poured concrete to kind of make sure the trail held together good. And to Wes's credit, Mr. S toughed it out, faced his fear, and went up and did it. And I was proud of you for that, Wes. I'm not sure if I told you or not, but you did good, and I was proud of you, brother.
Well, I have to give you the same kudos because there was another individual on that trail that got talked into going down first.
Yep.
I think we both may have got played just a little bit by the trail balls.
No, you don't think he'd do that, do you?
I don't know. We're probably reading too much into it.
Yeah, or not.
There's no way he could have saw his way into doing that.
Right. Yeah. But I think Bob can be a stinker if he wants to. He's played it up bad.
And I'm glad he did.
Sure.
I cannot get that out of my head though. We're here at that your little white fence if you want to stop and take some pictures. That's the funniest and dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because as soon as we made that corner, Sammy's like, "Oh, I know this part." Running up the stairs. What the hell is wrong with you, horse?
Yeah, I know it. Mine did that too. I thought we were just going to take it a step at a time, and he just like knuckled in and up we went.
I think they figured out that's like that one, and then you got the concrete, and then when you get to the top of that one, then it was the ones in the rock, and they did the same thing up both of them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Okay, we're taking a break." So, it was a blast, man. There was only one time coming down that Sammy almost got me and I almost got him. He got real close to that one tree that was hanging out. Instead of going the way y'all's two horses went, he went right up close to the tree, and I was leaning back, and then one of them branches hooked into my breast meat. And I was like, "Ow!" And I rolled out of it and come up back up on the saddle, and we were going downhill, and he stumbled a little bit. And I was like, "Well, don't go under the trees, dumbass." I think that horse can understand English. He didn't do it again. I guess he only thought it was funny that one time. And they do have horses there, by the way, that will take you under the trees just because they think it's funny.
Yes, they do. Yeah. The horse I was on couldn't decide which he was having more fun with, getting close to the edge and hanging one foot off over the edge just to mess with me or to try and wipe me up against trees. I've got a scratch on the side of my head. I don't know if you can still see it or not. I didn't even know it was there, but Cornelius pointed it out the night I got home. He said, "What'd you do to your head?" And I said, "I don't know."
Well, now we know why he's always saying there needs to be trail maintenance done. People need to go up the trail with clippers. Now, when you're walking, you're like, "Man, that's way over our head." Grow 4 feet. I mean, it's that simple. Grow 4 feet, and it's not.
Hey, Rachel said Lance was blowing kisses to you.
Hi, Lance. I would give you this sucker if I could reach you.
And Steve from Corsair snuck in here. Hey, Steve.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Hey, Tibor.
Hey, Steve, you busy? It's still early where you're at. I offered to let Aid come on. I don't know. He's been in and out lately. I don't know if hey, Tibor.
Yeah, that was a good trip. We had some fun, got a little work done, saw some really pretty country. There is just some beautiful country up there. That overlook that we sat on and took pictures from, that was a cool spot.
That was a cool place. I do have a lot of pictures
I'm hoping
of that.
myself. I am hoping that we can get back up there in May and do about a 3-day ride back up and around through that loop. I think that'd be pretty awesome. The three of us get up there and do some cooking and drinking.
There, but I want to just go up there and literally, I just want to stay where we were at, and I just want to walk around and check those washes and stuff like that. I mean, I got the artifact bug like you wouldn't believe right now.
I hear you. That little flat up there, you got to believe there was a lot of activity over the last few hundred years.
And see, that's why I keep wanting to go back to the orange, because he said the orange hadn't been checked in 20 years. Nobody's been going in it.
Is that $1 million?
Yeah. And dude, remember when we were up on top and y'all were doing your little Cowboy Kool-Aid video? You know, you were getting your cool pictures of you on the horse with the backdrop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, watch my video later. You'll be like, dadgummit, Wes. But anyway.
No, well, thank you for the heads
Never
up
take your friends with you. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that Hanging Canyon that was behind you, that is one of my destinations.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't figured out how I'm getting up there yet, but I'm getting up there.
Hey, Yankee Watchdog. You know, there's a pretty good chance we go up a couple more times to go riding with Bob that we might just have the ability to go up there if there's nobody else there and take a couple of horses and go on our own, do our own thing. Maybe.
I've actually thought about getting a horse and taking it up there, because I would not take a horse from here and expect it to be able to do that. Because it won't.
Right. Yeah, you need a horse that's used to trails and that kind of a trail.
They actually Nate had a couple horses down with him. Mm-hmm. When I brought them back, they told him they didn't need to take them out on trail until they'd been loose on the rock for a while.
Oh, really?
They wouldn't be able to handle it. They're used to walking in sand. They can't walk on the rock.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I don't have a problem believing that. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the camera here. I think my mustache is messed up. I can't get it evened out right, and I don't know if it's the light. I don't know.
You should probably just shave it off and start over.
I thought about it. That weirds me out, though.
Nobody would know who you were, though.
No, Robert Moore. Hey, brother. I've never been to Big Bend. Well, bye, Wes. It's good to see you again.
Love you.
Love you. Good night.
Getting lovings from my wife. Y'all need to be
yeah, we do. Mrs.
Night, guys.
Good night, Mrs. West. Love you.
Love y'all.
I found almost a full point the first time I was out there, Riley, and I found a sliver this last time just walking. We were just walking and it was right there. There's oh man, I have it in the I have a piece of flint that several flakes have been knocked off of. I confess. I stopped at the orange on the way out. It took me a little 15-minute stroll through up the creek bed, and I had to, okay? And I actually found a nodule that had flakes knocked off of it. according to the people that know that place, they say if it's a piece of flint and it's there, it was brought there from somewhere else. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is going with me. It's not Arrowhead. It's nothing like that. It's a piece of flint with chunks knocked off of it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
That guy's really pissed that this is not in his bag anymore. But it was in the creek bed, which means it started out at the head of the canyon.
Yeah.
Somewhere up there is campground. And you know where it's going to be? It's going to be in one of them hanging valleys.
That or up on one of those little flat spots.
One of those flat spots. And
yep.
I had no business ever
hello,
going
Dora.
to that place. I have a life. Where's that at, Riley?
Dora Preston. That's a new name. Hi, Dora. Spear Point. Yeah, Riley. Where is that? And I've heard that creeks in places where they actually have water. Not that I'd know about that, but I've heard that creek beds and that kind of thing are really good places to look. Up here, we have to wait till the wind blows and moves enough sand to see down to the hard packed dirt, which isn't a problem lately.
If I can get hold of the lady that owns it, I'm going to try to get us a free pass to go out to the Brazos River there south of Southland.
That'd be nice.
She's got like 300 or 400 acres right there on the Brazos River.
Brushy Creek. I don't know where that is, Riley.
That's hill country.
Hey, Turning Guns.
We got all kinds of people in here I don't recognize.
Yep.
Well, they've been in here before. I guess they're coming from your side. No, Turning Guns. I know who Turning Guns is. That's Billy, truth be told.
Ah, okay. Being sneaky with good advice or not.
Well, let me see if my internet will hold up to it. Hold on. Y'all can continue to talk. Oh,
Thank you.
Let me close this. I'm going to try to pull up Google Earth.
Yeah, Tibor, that's exactly right. That's what we do around here a lot of times. We look for a spot. Around here, we look for a high place near a low place. That doesn't make any sense to say it that way, but we have in this area up here where I am what are called Playa Lakes. That basically means it's just a low spot in the ground that collects water on the rare occasion 10,000 years ago when it used to rain once in a while. And the Indians would camp on a high spot around that. That way they'd have good visibility and some good airflow and access to a standing body of water, which I suspect wasn't as much of a problem 300 or 400 years ago as it is now. We also had a big river, I guess, maybe it was. They're called draws up here. They're basically just low spots where you can tell there used to be a riverbed. And there's one just a couple miles north of my house. It's called the Blackwater Draw. It goes all the way up into New Mexico. Specifically, it goes to Clovis, New Mexico. And for those of you that know about flint artifacts, arrowhead, spear points, that kind of thing, the first Clovis point was found near Clovis, New Mexico, just on the other side. That's where it got its name. And so that's what a prominent archaeological feature, I guess you could say, that would be in this part of the world. So how about that? There's way more than anybody ever wanted to know about that.
The first arrowhead ever found,
hey Trey,
was probably 400 yards from a Playa Lake.
Yep, believe it.
The house I grew up in was literally, it was a quarter of a mile from the back door to a Playa Lake that stood in water 80% of the year. And I was maybe 200 yards out in the field when I found that. It was a beautiful little bird point.
Yeah.
It still it was a perfect point. And I found all kinds of pieces and broken ones out there in the field, but that was the first one I ever found that was all. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have been out there kicking dirt all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
You know, I've got the first, I don't know if I have it or not, but I probably do. I don't remember the first one I found, but we'd gone, it was either Seven Wells or I can't remember. I truly don't remember the incident. My mom and dad told me about it. We went somewhere and they said there were arrowheads to be found. And they said, I walked out and the very first rock I picked up was actually an arrowhead, and they couldn't believe it. Of course, then I pestered them the rest of the evening. Every rock I picked up is this one, is this one. The other really cool one I've got is one that gave my dad a flat tire when he was working for Dowell. He was driving along, ran over it, it punctured into the sidewall of his tire, didn't break the arrowhead. I've still got it.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to try to share Google Earth. Hold on a minute. Let's see what it's here.
Hey, Adam. Aha.
Can y'all see it? Or there? Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to have happen.
Yep, I can see it.
There's that. You can see the pin. That pin is the old folks' home. Zoom in a little bit. There's the old folks' home.
And when Wes says the old folks' home, that's the building that we sleep in when we go stay there. This is in the Davis Mountains he's looking at, for those of you who may not know. This is Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch, which has been there since 1947, and I never knew about because I was in Scouts most of my life and never knew anything about until 2009. No, until 2020, I guess, maybe right in there somewhere. Maybe 19. Pretty cool, Tibor. Well, Riley, I disagree. It'd still be fun to find them. That used to be the way it was around here. People just picked them up by the paper
see
sack
this
full,
dark
lunch
shadow
bag full.
of mountain. Oh, there it is. You can see the trail. See this little tiny narrow thing that keeps zigging all over the place? That is the easy part. And then we get up here.
Rachel, ha ha. Oh, Rachel's clever. Does it depend? Ooh, how clever.
Hey, look, that's what that tank looks like.
Oh, yeah. That's it, isn't it?
What am I missing?
When it actually has water. Yeah, you can see the pins and everything there. That's a pretty cool shot.
Yep. Anybody over 21 has to stay in the old folks' home. Rachel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anything else to do with our life. We dug a hole. And then we came.
Good grief.
Down
dug
here
a hole is
because you didn't have anything else to do. We dug a hole.
One of us has had. Oh, I'll bet you've got too much
kind of
data you're using, and it's glitching up your audio.
Probably. Hey, look, there's that. He's right. There's that tent. He's in the pond or whatever. There it is. Am I blagging out real bad?
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of what.
Anyway, we're going to stop sharing that. That's where we were. It was a blast. And there's like this place is just slap covered up with arrowheads.
Wes, what is that? What was that dark spot just off to the top right up there? It looked almost like another lake, but I think it may have just been a shadow probably dropping off in that canyon.
Oh, that's that is
I'll bet that was just where it dropped over into $1 million.
let me make sure I don't like it.
Because it was a different color than the water in the pond. So
that's still up on top. That's remember that creek that run right behind where we were eating our lunch or whatever?
yeah, Bob mentioned it, but we didn't go down there.
The mouth of where that canyon goes down onto the next flat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's just where the canyon, that's just the shadow of the canyon or that little wash or whatever. With that one tree right out in the middle. I just want to go sleep by that one freaking tree. I can see the trail up off of what do you call it, off the orange. And he's right. That looks scary as crap. It looks okay until you get right to the very top. And you're like, yeah, you're.
Wow,
I'm still going to try it.
Running that Google Earth program really jinked up your video and your audio. No,
Yeah,
Aaron, that wasn't where the Bigfoot
my
was.
computer's a cheap. No, that was over at another. There are 10,000 acres here, people. I could spend the rest of my life trying to find every spot on this piece of dirt, and there wouldn't be it's not going to happen.
Riley, there are some persimmon trees up there, a couple, but not as many. Bob's wanting to get a bunch more up there, get them going.
I don't know. We might have been able to see where the Bigfoot was from there, but we weren't looking for him.
Maybe.
There was only 2 mountains between us and his mountain. So
yeah, I think we would have had to gone up on that saddle up there on that high spot. We probably could have. I didn't even think about that.
If we'd have gone to the end of the Blackfield, we probably could have.
Probably. And by the way, Rachel, old? Really? Give me a break. I don't believe Rachel is old. Just saying.
Yeah, I get friend suggestions every day now from different people on Facebook or whatever that are involved with scouts.
Oh, really?
So
I get a few on Instagram once in a while.
I need to get back a hold of Half Bean again. You didn't get to meet Half Bean, did you?
I did not.
I'm going to try to go down to Bob's. I'm going to see if Half Bean can meet me over there. Me and him going to do a video together.
That might be fun.
He's a youngster, but
and he is where? He's down close to down South Texas somewhere, right? Close to Bob's?
Yeah, he said he could be at Bob's in an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. You know, Riley, I don't know if I believe in Bigfoot or not. Maybe. In this day and time, it's awful hard to believe there's anything out there that hadn't been spotted with some regularity and a good camera. But there are some oddities out there that occasionally stay hidden. I don't know. It's a fun thing to think about and talk about, though, whether it's true or not. Hi, Carol.
Well, I'm just saying that I think we elected one. He just had some names.
Yeah, pretty sure a couple of presidents ago he was married to one.
Yeah. No, seriously, I think that Bob Gimlin, if you don't believe in Bigfoot, just go watch Bob Gimlin. You will. He's like the best storyteller ever. Ever. He's got like a voice for radio. And no, seriously, dude, I love watching his stuff. I go back and I watch his stuff over again. I'm scared to death of Indian bears now. And, I'm never going snowmobiling in the winter ever. After he gets through telling the story, you're like, there's no way this isn't real. Even if he tells you, and by the way, there's no way I can prove any of this stuff. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
He did.
Amen, Aaron.
You know the two lions, the man-eaters of Kosovo or whatever?
Not
They did a
Kosovo.
movie, Something in the Darkness or whatever?
The Ghost in the Darkness.
Yeah.
Where was it? Yeah, while they were building that railroad. Yeah.
Anyway,
That was a good
he
movie.
did two videos about those. He did the one about the actual event, and then he did one where the lions were transported back in time and ran into a pack of velociraptors. And I'm thinking the whole time I'm listening to this story he's telling about the velociraptors and the lions, I'm like, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, this is total BS. This didn't happen. Why am I so worried about? And I was actually rooting for the bad guys, which were the lions.
The Mothman, I've heard about that. Grassman, not so much. Well, don't wear the face. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some people have to. I probably didn't mention to you, I about got in a fist fight a couple of times, and by
Rachel,
getting in a fist
wrong.
fight, that means I about punched a couple of people while we were in Dallas over Easter weekend at that hotel we were staying at, pushing that whole mask thing. That place was dead. They had no customers, but yet they want to piss off the customers they've got and try to make them wear a mask when we've already got the wristband that says we don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah. Man, I've been jonesing for Kentucky Fried Chicken ever since the Colorado trip, and I cannot get into a building to save my butt.
Me too. Man, me too. Every time I see a KFC,
I just want to go in there and eat so bad I can't hardly stand it.
Yeah.
That's going to be my favorite comment from you ever, Rachel. I love that. We'll take that down in case she's watching.
Yeah. Wow, Steve, I figured they were done with
masks now than they were when it was required. It's so crazy.
I don't get that. And in Orange County too, I figured Orange County. I mean, I didn't wear a mask the whole time I was in Orange County last year, but I don't know. Of course, I don't have to live there, so maybe it was easier. Yes, it is, keyboard.
KFC is delicious fried chicken.
Yeah, the extra crispy or the original, which the original is what I'm really got a hankering for.
I have eaten KFC out of the state of Texas, and it's not KFC.
Really?
It's not. I don't know what they do up there. They use some kind of like petroleum jelly or something to fry the chicken. It's not good. Dude, you want a good burger? You go to Burger King over there in North Carolina or South Carolina, over in there.
Oh yeah,
that's actually like real food. Then you come over here and you're like, what is this? I can't. I used to eat at Burger King all the time, man. I can't stand them now.
Once they started doing that whole thing with that King, that weird set of advertisements they did, I couldn't take them anymore. That was just too bizarre. Rachel, okay, I got to ask, what was the only rule? Rachel, what rule did she break? You got to tell us.
She probably posted nude selfies or something. I love my mother-in-law. I wouldn't know what to do without my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Now, my ex-mother-in-law,
I got a good mom and dad.
Putting sweet cornbread on the railroad tracks, but I might have done it.
I got a good mom and dad-in-law too. Yeah, they're pretty good guys. Still waiting on Rachel's reply to come up because we got to know.
She's probably not going to tell us. She's like that. She's like a
well, but I bet she will. I bet she'll tell us.
She'll probably put it on Instagram. She'll probably do a little video on Instagram.
I'm going to move my laptop screen. I'm probably going to lose my camera when I do because I don't open and close. I knew it. This stupid thing. All right, get it back.
You're going to have to break down and buy a new one.
No, the computer's fine. I just never open and close it, so the contacts are a little bit loose or dirty or something. So it just kind of glitches and goes away for a second, and then it's back. And I got it too low, so I may lose it again. This is pretty great. There we go. That's where I want it. Perfect. I got to bring the pop up.
Well, if you go in there and you eat like 15 pieces of fried chicken, you're going to have to expect that, Robert. I'm just saying.
It'll make you tough, Robert. Good night. Come hang out with Wes and me a little bit. We'll get your innards
Robert,
back in
I
shape.
might have been able to put a dent in your gut tonight. I was like, it's just me, so I went and got some of the canned deer sausage I had, and it was a pint jar, but I just chopped it up and warmed it up and added some barbecue sauce and ate it with some crackers. Man, It tore me up.
Really?
But I think it was just that I ate so much because it might have been a little spicy.
I thought maybe just had too much grease in it and got you all loosened up.
I did that too because there's no way. When I made the sausage, a man may not have put some wild pig in there too. Okay, I did.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really good, but I don't think a guy should eat that much of it at one time.
Maybe. The best taco meat I make is when I use a package of ground hog and a package of ground deer and cook them together. That makes really, really good tacos. Rachel, we're waiting today. We want to know.
It's like the one rule she doesn't want out in public, and you're trying to make her do it. That's funny.
I am. I'm gonna guilt her into it if I can.
You ate two original chickens, or 2 pieces of original? The one thing I won't do.
Original recipe, I guess.
Fast food restaurant's bathroom, man. I guarantee you, there's going to have been somebody in there with some stomach bug.
You roll the dice. You take your chance.
No, it's like dangerous, man. It's like Rachel has everyone in suspense, and she's probably over there. She's all sitting in her little sunny beach house, just giggling.
Was macht mich nicht umbringt, macht mich nur harter. That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Only stronger.
Or it makes us really sick until we recover one.
I suppose there's that.
I wonder if Hunter ever recuperated, man. That was rough.
Well, I was worried for a couple of days. Every time my stomach growled, I thought, is that it? But
yeah,
I think he just kind of soft and some fast food stuff gets to him a little bit. I got the idea his girlfriend wished he was a little tougher. Now, I may have imagined that, but
I think she was telling him not to eat the fast food.
Yeah.
And he was like, it'll be okay. And she's like, no, it won't be okay. I like her.
What was her name?
Lauren.
Lauren, yes. I was thinking Laura. Lauren.
Belize?
Yeah, Belize. That's right. Because we had to ask her
English-speaking South American country.
Yeah.
Who are you Latin American peoples?
Yeah.
Their national language is English in South America. She can't even speak Spanish. I was like, wow, really?
That blew my mind. That absolutely blew my mind. And Rachel, you're not getting out of this. What rule did your mother-in-law break? Men are waiting. And some women. We want to know.
If I couldn't eat fast food, I'd starve to death.
Yeah.
And that does not speak well of me, honestly. Robert, you need to get you some of these, man. Hold on. Let me see. I already showed these. I'll show the dark ones.
Rachel, do it. Rachel, tell us. Tell us the one rule. Rachel, tell us.
Tell us the one rule. Tell us the story behind the one rule.
Come on, Rachel. Maybe you should send Rachel an invite so she can tell it.
Look, I got me some tactical hiking boots.
Hey, those are pretty nice. What kind are those?
These are those, hold on. Free Soldier.
That's the brand name?
Yeah.
Ah, your video locked up. What are you showing? Ah. Almost. Ah, there it is. Got it.
They're, these are the ones I had on, only the tan ones that I had on when we were out on. Dude, I've worn them every time I've been out there for forever. I haven't worn anything but these since I bought the first pair to see if I could tear them up or see if I could get a blister or a hot spot or anything.
Did you get them online or at a store or what?
Yeah, I got them on Amazon, but they're true to size. I ordered 10 and a half and they fit perfect.
Ah, okay.
They're $60. That sounds like a lot until you realize that.
No,
dude,
it doesn't.
The stirrups didn't even hurt my feet.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like a lot. If they're any good at all, that's a good price.
And they don't weigh anything. They're a little bit heavier than those shoes that I slid over to you at the we did our little fiasco.
Yeah, well, that was a good time. That wasn't a fiasco. I still wear those shoes, man.
Dude, there's nothing left of them.
There is. I don't get stickers. Mostly.
I guess I guess now they're sandals.
Yeah.
By now you ought to be able to walk on water in them.
Yeah, I get them. I've got them right here.
These shoes are holy. Trust me. This is like blowout.
Look at that. They still got soles. No, man. I wear these shoes every day. Every day I wear these shoes. I slip them on, slip them off.
You put duct tape on those things and I'm going to lose my shit.
I might.
They did save your butt though.
Yeah, they did.
I gotta give myself kudos for that. That was
no, Carol, it's not. Carol, I've got new shoes. Those are comfortable. I can slip those on, go outside. I like going barefooted anyway, but sometimes barefooted just isn't practical or comfortable. I can stick those on and still good. Because they're comfortable, Rachel. Trey's going. Good night, Trey. Love you, bud. Good to see you.
I'm not touching those things, Rachel. You have any idea where those have been? I've seen some of the places he wears those shoes. I'm not touching them.
I am not one to give up on shoes or a garment just because it got a little age on it.
My wife is always busting my chops about my shoes. She's like, why do you still have those? You bought a pair of boots to replace those boots. Why do you still have those boots? I said, because those boots are still good for stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I said, stuff. Stuff. Things. Reasons. I actually think I still have the first pair of Ariat boots I bought.
Wow.
They're still
that doesn't
great.
Surprise me. They're durable.
Well, the toes are blowed out on them, but they keep me from getting stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
If I'm going to go out and dig a ditch or something like that, I'd rather tear up my old boots than my new ones.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No, they do not have a shank in them. It's just they have the. Now y'all gonna make me take my boot off. They have a. There is no difference in this tread and that brand new pair down there. Yeah, there's no wear. It has 1/4 of an inch of hard rubber over the soft squishy part. And I don't know if but it's stiff enough that when you put the pressure on it, these side rails, it disperses the weight. I'm serious. I did not get, I keep calling it ladder foot, but it's not stirrup foot, I guess, or whatever. I mean, now I have managed to tear up the insole a little bit on this one, but that's because I keep slipping them on without socks.
Mm-hmm. That'll make them smell good.
So, but as far as like you're walking around on thorns, places where there's thorns. I don't know if y'all live where there's places where there's thorns, but I'm glad I took the boot off. Where is it? It stops.
There you go. That'll make it better.
So if that had been a pair of tennis shoes or something, that would have been my foot. But because they had that hard sole on them, it was not my foot. I'm taking my boots off. I'm taking my shoes off. But they're all the, I don't know how to explain it, but the stitches on the inside where the seams are or whatever, where it's sewed together, they actually have suede covering all the seams. These boots are designed to be easy on your feet. I can't believe they're only $60. And I need to keep my mouth shut.
A good pair
of price, I ain't gonna be able to afford them.
A good pair of boots will last a long, long time. I've got a pair of Tony Llamas that I've been wearing. I think Tony Llamas. I'm not even sure now if that's what they are. But a pair that I bought in about 1983 or 4. I bet they've had a dozen soles and at least half a dozen heels on them. And they are, the upper part of it, they're bullhide, and they are still solid gold, man. Now, my feet don't fit them as well as they used to because.
And you people don't go off on me. This was a long time ago, and the boots were gifted to me. I had a pair of elephant hide boots when I was younger. I was never going to tear those things.
What's wrong with that?
Well, to get
elephant hide's great.
So, anyway.
I don't care. They'll make more.
Actually, I think they might have been Indian elephant, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
Dude,
matter.
back in the 90s,
Yeah,
you did not want anybody to know you were wearing any part of an elephant.
Really? Was that a bad thing?
Yeah, it was. Because they were killing them left and right, man.
It's like
they were
anything
dying
else.
on their own. They had that big,
You know,
they had that really hard drought going, and elephants were literally tearing up trees to try to find something to drink.
wow.
They made a comeback.
Yeah, that's
but
hard.
Elephant's got to be pregnant for 2 years to crap a baby elephant. So it takes a while to make more elephants.
I didn't know the gestation was that long.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I knew it was a while, but I didn't know it was that long.
It may not be like, I think it's like 21 months or something like that, but that's 2 years, dude.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long time. That's a long time. Hey, Chance. Hey, brother.
I didn't chance.
You weren't kidding me from being from up north. Chance is from further north. Chance is from further north than I am.
Listen to these people talking about soaking their birds in milk and stuff and brining them. How do you do your birds, Rob?
What?
Your dove.
What birds?
Whenever you get lucky and actually kill a dove.
I roll them in flour and fry them in grease.
There you go. You don't soak them in milk or water or salt water or nothing for days?
No, why? No, I don't.
Everybody else does. Apparently we're doing it wrong.
No, we're not. Everybody else needs to man up a little bit. They're
you know what I do with my birds?
We pound corn until it's all crushed up and boil it, and then add the dove to
bird.
it.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. But I usually take them, I shoot them today, clean them today, throw them in the fridge until 3 days have passed, and then take them out. First I build a fire, and then I put a little foil down over the grate, and then I take them out, and after the fire is burnt down really good, I'll put some green wood on there, and then I put the dove on top of the foil, and I close the lid, and I come back in 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good deal. My little brother makes jalapeno poppers with them. Half a jalapeno with some cream cheese, half of a dove breast, or one dove breast, and then wrap it in bacon. Awful good. The pheasant is good, Chance. Yes.
Pheasant is good. You take the way you do the dove, you cut them, and you've got the little tender. Doves have those little tenders. You got each one of the tenders will do a popper, and then the breast meat that covers the tender, you can cut it in half, so you can actually get 6 poppers out of each bird. But I want some jalapeno in my popper, so now I'm getting hungry.
I know, me too. I'm surprised Happy Hair hadn't got a hold of me to eat supper yet. She's in there working on something on the computer. So my guess is
I like sandhill crane. I just don't like how much it costs to get one.
Or how aggravating it is. It's like eating a scab.
That's rough.
Riley. I've never heard that.
I'm going to get me a goose gun. I got to find somebody that owns one of those long toms. And next time we go bird hunting, I'm going to put a football pad on this shot. I'm going to duct tape it to my body. And then we'll put a butt plate on that long tom. And put a 3-inch Magnum in that sucker. And I'm bringing them damn birds down.
Yeah.
I don't care if they are up there at 30,000 feet. That long tom, they'll fall down.
Dang right.
If you can stand up to the long tom.
I need to take Ragmouth out there and just get over it. I mean, I just need to.
Can you imagine how much that gun would hurt if it still had the whole barrel on it?
Woo.
Friend of mine, he had one with 32-inch barrel. Santa Maria. If that dove wasn't way over there, all you got were wings, man. And it kicked like a mule too. But the only thing he ever put in.
I hope we get a little bit of rain so we can get some birds back. guess Wes can't hear me.
I heard you.
Oh, there must just be a lag. There must be a delay.
There's just a
I was
lag.
going to say, I hope we get some rain so we can get some birds back here.
I've been throwing out extra feed for the chickens, and I've got a bunch of the Eurasian dove hanging around again.
Yeah. I can't tell the difference in taste in them. I really can't.
Eurasian are a little tougher, but they're also bigger.
Only a little. Yeah, exactly. But truthfully, a pigeon tastes about like a dove too. I mean, it's not as, what's the word? Not as appealing maybe, but it's just a big dove.
That's all. It's the pigeon is a feral rock dove. I mean, I like pigeons.
Yeah.
Are there a bunch of pigeons in that gin?
Occasionally, yeah. And there's almost always a bunch of pigeons hanging around out there. Where the pigeons, a good place to catch pigeons and squab and whatever, is at the fertilizer plant and up in the top of that grain elevator, the concrete silo. They nest up there all the time.
Well, that's what I was thinking, is trying to get some squabs.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. I bet we could drive to Enix and back over to Levelland, and I think we could come up with some.
But the only problem about going up in the top of the silo is you're up in the top of the silo, and I'm allergic to gravity.
Yeah, I can go up there and do that part.
We actually had a old barn where I grew up, and we went. Not me, but the boys, my older brothers, went to it was a molt plant in Slayton, and they had a bunch of pigeons in there, and they worked there part-time, but they got permission to go in there, and they went in there at night with a bunch of with flashlights and baskets, and they were catching the pigeons at night, and they brought back 100 pigeons, and one end of the barn, they closed it up to where the pigeons couldn't get out, and they put food and water in there, and they fed them and watered them in that end of the barn for a month and a half. And then they opened there was a little 3 foot by 3 foot door in the end of the barn, oddly enough, like you would throw hay in. And
sure,
they just opened that and nailed it back to where it would stay open. The pigeons live there from now on, man. We would just go in there every so often. Mom would send us in there to get the baby pigeons. Squab.
I've never eaten squab, oddly enough.
Imagine pigeon that's never flown. It literally.
I was going to say probably like Cornish game hen.
Yeah, it's like soup. It tastes like pigeon, but it's tender.
Mm-hmm.
The pigeon fly around and eat the grain and stuff, and then they bring it back to the squab in the nest.
Yep. Rachel, really, a lot of people don't like duck. A lot of people don't like duck. Rachel, that's pretty interesting. Duck is a strong flavored meat.
I like duck, honestly. Now, wild duck is rough, I think. You talk about gamey, that's gamey.
So what are you talking about? Like store-bought duck or what?
Domesticated duck, the duck that we raise. It's not.
Oh, yeah?
It's not cost effective to raise ducks for food. There's nothing on a duck.
Oh, really? No. I've eaten lots of duck. I remember there being, well, of course I was a kid, so I guess maybe, I don't know.
Think about it. One duck will feed 2 people.
Yeah.
One chicken will feed 3 people.
True, but give you a little variety, I guess. And ducks will eat anything. Ducks, you don't even have to throw food to them. They'll find something to eat.
Yeah.
it is better to have water for them.
If you can keep the water clean. Ducks are nasty.
Yeah. Oh, they are nasty. Oh my gosh, they're nasty. You know, while we were at the motel at one point, here in the kitchen, I set up a little swimming pool and I raised some ducks and some baby chicks. Happy Hair says I don't ever get to do that again.
What's that?
He was unimpressed with the mess. Huh?
What'd you do again? You blinked out. I didn't hear it.
In the kitchen in here, one time when we were at the motel and I'd just come home every day, I had put a little swimming pool in here, one of the little kiddie pools, and I raised, I don't know, several ducks and a few chicks in that swimming pool till they got big enough to let out. And Happy Hair was unimpressed with the results, at least as far as inside the kitchen. So I don't ever get to do that again. They made a mess. Now they were in the pool, but still the dust that they created and everything that got everywhere.
Everybody thinks they're so cute, and then when they start shedding that stupid down.
Riley.
Quail is delicious, especially when
quail is delicious.
When you're butterfly hunting, it's even better. That's a rule when hunting with me is nobody's
turning guns,
dragonflies or butterflies.
Yeah. Turning guns, I don't know what a merganser is. I see that in the hunting regs book all the time, and I don't have the first clue. If I've ever seen a merganser, I don't know what it is. I have only seen the word. I know the word. I don't have any idea what it is. It's some kind of a duck, I think, or it might be a mud hen or a coot. I don't know. Ooh, that sounds good, Adam. Seagull. Hoot. Aaron, I'm okay. I have my standards, and I think Wes does too, but I don't believe either of us would ever eat a seagull. I can't imagine eating a dang seagull. Please tell me you're kidding. Wes, no,
list,
don't, no.
It's on my list.
Oh my gosh.
There's some down at the, if I can get one from the J.B. Thomas, yeah, it's on my list. They have pelicans too.
Oh, wow. Okay, to address other stuff. Jay, I'm not touching that comment.
You are not going to back off of a seagull after eating a 9-day-old hamburger, man. It's not going to work for me.
Oh my gosh, I could. Boy, that would be a new low.
They say you're going to grouse. I'm going to show up to your house with a couple of crows, and you're going to be like, "That's not happening." Why not? It's the bird, man. A seagull and a crow, or a chicken, same thing. I mean, they're a bird.
I don't know about that. Okay, so grouse, yes, rough blue grouse. Oh my gosh, blue grouse are so good, so good. I love grouse. Ptarmigan, heck yeah, ptarmigan are great.
I hear peacocks are very dry, but a white meat and delicious.
Probably.
This is what I heard.
A guinea. If I had enough guineas, I'd say we'd sacrifice one of our guineas to eat one of them. But I'm down to 4, and so.
Let's see.
Now, Robert, ducks are fun to have. I like having ducks around here. The coyotes like them too, though. So it was kind of a lost cause before it was all done.
T-Bor, white-throated wood rat is one of my favorite foods. I don't put them on camera, but I actually go out and kill rats now and eat them on purpose. They're flipping delicious. Buzzard, you have to make damn sure you cook it all the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a chance on a buzzard. I just wouldn't risk it.
That is a survival food.
Wouldn't risk it. Boy, and that like last digit, there's absolutely
eat the same thing. So seagull might be kind of iffy.
Yeah, that's my guess.
But it's actually on my list of things just because they're always flying around making that god awful noise when I'm trying to fish. And I'm like, I'm going to eat one of you. So it's there. It's on the list. Did you see how SOS just turned that perfectly good, fat, juicy possum loose? A perfectly good stew right there, and they just cut it. What they're thinking. Chukar is like a big quail. Big, funny looking quail.
I forgot to unmute my microphone. when we were up there with Chipper going to pick up that dehydrator, pointed out over outside of Colorado Springs where my dad used to run that camp, not run it, but guide kids out camping for a couple of weeks at a time. He told me a story about seeing a grouse for the first time, blue grouse. He said he saw three of them come up. He said, my God, that's the biggest quail I ever saw. He couldn't wait to get his hands on one.
I always wanted to go the prairie chicken, but there's not very many of those out there.
Have you ever seen one?
I haven't seen one local. I saw one on a road trip once.
I've never seen one that I know of. I take it back. When my cousin and I went over into New Mexico for that the firearms training course that we did, that combat course, we think we saw one coming back, just a glimpse of it. It didn't occur to either one of us what it was until after we passed it.
Have you seen any more pheasants up there by your place?
No, I haven't. But Reese said in the last 2 or 3 days, he said he's seen more pheasants than he has in the last couple of years. And Joel said he's seen them over at his place. He said he's got 4 or 5 running around.
Do they run any circles or anything by them? Because if they've got water going, the pheasants will come in. The pheasants need water.
There's a lot of people that are watering up wheat right now. So there's water out there for them.
That'll be good for the pheasants. I mean, if they're not doing the wheat or whatever, the pheasants don't have water, they're not going to make it.
Yeah. Well, Happy Hair gave me the high sign. She's ready for me to be done, and we can eat supper and be finished. So I should probably start thinking about wrapping up.
Hold on, I have to address Riley McNutt. Possum does not fall apart like sand when you chew it.
No, it doesn't. Not the
delicious.
Yeah, at least the possum we had didn't fall apart like sand. It took a little chewing.
I'm saying if you like turkey leg and you don't like possum, there's something wrong with you. The end. So I guess we can round it up. Anybody got any words of wisdom? Any serious questions for Mr. Painless before he has to bounce out and spend quality time with the most lovely woman north of Lubbock?
Agreed. And by the way, Turning Guns mentioned that he's almost stepped on grouse. Grouse are stupid. I have come across, up in the mountains when I lived in Colorado, come across a covey of grouse and I would shoot 3 or 4 of them, and they all just stand there, and I almost felt guilty about it. I felt guilty about it right up to the point I took them off the fire and started eating them. But you could have shot the whole covey. You could have wiped them out. They just stand there.
There's a reason people used to carry sticks. I'm just saying.
Yep. Yep. That bit on Jeremiah Johnson where Swan made him put the gun away and she cracked him with a rock, that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
No, Chipper is still here. I wondered.
Yep. And Riley,
exactly,
you need to do some more research on the dodo. It was actually the import of rats into their breeding habitat that took out the dodo. They're actually a bit more aggressive and flighty than people gave them credit for, but they couldn't breed because the rats were raiding their nests. Humans are bad for the planet, but we didn't kill off everything. We had nothing to do with the dinosaurs. That was the lizard people. Or the dodo birds. I think the dodo birds took out the chickens or the dinosaurs.
Something, yeah, I don't know.
Something. Now, emu. There, if I run across a wild emu, that puppy's going on the spit.
Yeah.
The end.
End. Well, I'm going to go throw a couple more logs in the wood stove. We actually have a slight chance of snow this weekend. We're going to be down below freezing again, or below.
Wow.
Yep. And Amarillo is expecting snow, and I'll probably be in Amarillo either tomorrow or Friday. I don't know which. But it's supposed to be some little bit of winter weather up there. Nothing bad, I don't think. But it ain't over till it's over, and it ain't over. I was going to put out some garden stuff, and glad I didn't.
See, it was 50 degrees when I got up this morning. I was like, wow, that's cold.
Yeah, we're in the 40s right now, I'm pretty sure.
So, all right, brother. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Had a blast.
Heck yeah. I was looking forward to getting to visit and talk. I did. Earlier on, a lot of people that are here now might have missed the early part, but I wanted to brag on Wes for facing his fears. And, you know, just a quick recap. We did a horseback ride that went up some pretty steep trails and kind of along the edge of some bad drop-offs. And Wes gritted his teeth and did it anyway, and I was very proud of him. It was worth every mile.
And I got to, I did not want to do that. He said, get us past the first couple of cutbacks and then make sure the horse is going to be okay. Yeah. And then we'll go on. And then after you get up there, you realize there's no place to pass anybody on the trail, so you just keep going with it. I'm glad he did that, though, because I don't know. I felt it was a blast. I didn't have to look at a horse's butt all the way up the trail. It didn't kill me. And by the time we got to the top of that thing, I felt comfortable with the horse, the 100 yards. It was a good thing. It was a blast. And I'm the only guy on the trail that the horse didn't have a bit in his mouth from that line. He answered that Hackmore like it was nobody's business, though.
Yeah.
Like,
well, really, I kind of forgot. You had a Hackamore.
Hackamore, that was it. So, but also had a good horse.
Yep.
So
for sure.
I don't think Waylon could have carried me.
Maybe he carried me. You're not that much. I'm fat as I've gotten. I don't think would have been much difference.
I know I got tired of my horse turning around telling me I need to go on a diet. But anyway, thank you.
Anyway,
all right. You did good.
Yeah,
too,
thanks,
man.
Wes.
We had a blast.
We did.
Anybody wanting to volunteer? It's we'll let you eat, we'll let you drink water, and we'll work you to death. And we'll hang out. And we may even like sit around the fire and do things we're not supposed to be doing. And then we'll do it all over again the next day.
Yeah.
All right.
Cigars and bourbon aren't legal there, but it's only illegal if you get caught.
There's that. So anyway, and Riley, you didn't hear any of that. So
yeah, what Wes said.
God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive. Do not die.
Yeah. Good to see everybody. Thanks.